Greetings from all of us here at Grace Evangelistic Ministries. We want to bring you a word of encouragement in a time such as this. As a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ, I want you to know that you are in God's program and God has his eyes on you. You can't get out of him. You can't get out of his sight. Even if you desire to get out, it's too late. The moment you believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, you are locked in with nowhere to go. And he said to you, he can say to you boldly, you are mine. I have redeemed you. As he said in Isaiah chapter 43, you are mine. I have redeemed you. The price he paid to redeem you is the very blood of his son, Jesus Christ. That's precious. It wasn't the blood of goat or cow or sheep, but the blood of his son. That is the cost of your redemption. That's the cost of our redemption in general. So we are locked in as his own possession. God has a plan for your life, and that plan is in progress. You may be busy running around. God has a plan. You may not have plans. There are people who don't have plans. You ask them, what are your plans? Plans? Don't even think about it yet. But God has a plan that he has in progress. And let me give you this good news. Nothing will stop this plan. Why? Because God sees the future that you don't see. He's omniscient, and you're not. He knows all the potholes on the road that may interfere with this plan that he has for you as a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ. I want to tell you a story of what happened to a very good friend of my brother, who not only missed an accident, he was going on a very important meeting, and there was a delay. He ran into a traffic. You know how he was heading to the airport, but traffic was heavy. Have you been in that kind of traffic? I have. I missed my flight just for being on the traffic for 2 hours. It happened to me in Nigeria. It happened to me in Bangladesh. Bangladesh was even worse. 3 hours. I left on time, but on traffic. No, they weren't going anywhere. And I watched my flight. Phew, gone. And this man was on traffic. He was held on the traffic. He couldn't go. By the time he arrived, the flight hasn't left yet. And he begged. They had closed it. They just closed the counter when he arrived. He begged them that he had an important meeting to go to attend to. And the person on the counter was hoping he will bribe him. And then he will open the counter just for him alone. He wasn't going to do that. The person said, well, you're not going. If you want to go, do something. This friend of my brother refused to do so. Anything. And he begged and pleaded. And they refused him. And he watched the flight, taxi, and took off. 45 minutes later, it crashed. That flight didn't make it. You see? Put everything together. The traffic that it held him. And there are things God does for us that we don't see. And he doesn't owe us any explanation. God doesn't need to sit down and tell you go page by page what he's doing. All you have to do is just to trust him that he knows what he's doing for your life. David said we are on a journey. We are on a journey. We are sojourners. That's what David said in 1 Chronicles 29. We are sojourners. As sojourners, God has his eyes, his program is in front of him as he's guiding you. Don't hit your head on the wall when something is delayed. Don't be when there's disappointment. God has hands on all these things. Your disappointment is actually his program to accomplish his purpose. When something is delayed, don't hit your head on the wall. Just remember what he said. In all things, give thanks to God. for this is the will of God concerning you. Why? Because only God can take a bad circumstance, blend it with your good experience, and come out with a sensational result. Only God can do that. And so go about your daily business, trusting in Him, that He who has called you is faithful to accomplish the purpose for which He brought into this world. Until next time, may God richly bless you, my beloved.